of mixed emotion on any hot button issue, right? Especially on social media. But let me just set the scene for you here. We're in Hollywood, as you said, across the county from Parkland, right, where Stoneman Douglas High School is. But this incident has viscerally connected these students in a way we haven't seen with other incidents that have happened around the country. Perhaps because of the proximity, perhaps because two of the people who died are known to this community. Chris Hickson, the athletic director, used to be athletic director here at South Broward, and there's one of the students who died is also known because she grew up in Hollywood and went to elementary school and middle school with some of the kids who are here at South Broward. So take a look over here behind me. This is Federal Highway. We're south of Sheridan Street, where South Broward High School is located. You'll see still, and this has been going on since about 9 o'clock this morning, at least 75 students out here who have all signed out for the day. Their parents signed them out. They have an excused absence, and they chose to stand out here and protest on the day where they had an excused absence. So you can say maybe they should be in class, maybe they should be doing something else. This is what they've chosen to do because they feel so impacted by what happened in Parkland. So let's talk to a couple of the organizers. We've been talking to them all morning. We have Amy, Ellie, and Amy. I'm getting to know these girls over here. They're all juniors here at South Broward. What's the point of this today, and do you feel you're making a point?
I feel our point is stronger than we expected. This is unreal. This shouldn't be happening. And our point is that even if it's futile, any sort of legislature to reform guns will work. I mean, yeah.
You're talking about gun control, right? This is what this whole thing is about. I see signs that say ban assault rifles. Yeah. We stand with Douglas. All kinds of chants you guys have come up with. What's the issue with assault rifles and background checks that you want to see done?
The issue is how flimsy the laws are in Florida and nationwide, how easy it is to get a gun. If you're not able to rent a car, you should not be able to obtain a weapon that can kill people, can kill children in schools and mass shootings. It's so fast.
Do you know that the shooter in this case, the alleged shooter, is 19 years old and bought an assault rifle when he was 18? Is that what you're talking about?
Yes. If you're not able to drink alcohol, to do all of these other things that people find normal, you should not be able to obtain a weapon of mass destruction like an assault rifle. It's not called an assault rifle, it's called a military grade weapon. It's called an assault rifle. It's called assault for a reason. Assault.
And the counter argument is that if you couldn't buy those, these kind of maniacs would find another way to inflict this kind of pain on the school. Do you find that argument reasonable?
I find that completely unreasonable. That is not reasonable. In many other countries, gun control has worked in Britain, in Australia, in Japan, in every European country. Do you hear about this? You hear one stabbing in Britain a few years ago, 7 people died. Not 17 people every other month, you know?
You guys are fed up.
We're fed up, yeah, we're fed up.
Do you feel unsafe coming to school? I mean, there's security at South Broward. You have to come in one entrance. I've been to your school. Every visitor has to be checked in. And same thing at Douglas. Every visitor has to be checked in. You can't just walk in. Do you feel unsafe, though?
Yes, I do. This is such an issue at our school. People are able to get in, and I know that they do enforce checks, but it is easy to get into a school realistically, and I understand the argument somewhat, but if you really want to inflict injury and harm on the community, you're going to. But the least that our government could do, and us as protesters could do, is to rally and support the idea that we need to make it harder for these things to happen. It shouldn't be easy to obtain a weapon.
Would you like to see school security improved?
Yes, but the issue does not specifically lie within school security. Security improvement is necessary. We would love that, but the issue lies within legislature. We can't control what happens behind closed doors in households that prompt kids to go out and commit massacres like this. We can improve legislature, and we can improve school security too.
All right, guys, so much to talk about here, so many issues being raised by these thoughtful young people. Whatever you think about their position, you have to give them credit for at least taking a stand, not being apathetic, taking matters into their own hands, and wanting to get something done. Their voices count, they're saying. They want their voices to be heard by people in Washington, by people in Tallahassee, and maybe they will be heard after this incident. Who knows? The pattern, as we've seen, this horrible pattern in the United States has been mass shootings happen, whether it's Las Vegas, whether it's a church in Texas, whether it's Sandy Hook, whether it's Stoneman Douglas, and nothing happens afterwards. There's a lot of talk, the national media shows up for a few days, and then they leave, and the community that's dealing with this tragedy has to deal with it for a lifetime, and nothing seems to change. So perhaps this is the turning point. Maybe Marjorie Stoneman Douglas the incident here, this horrible massacre, will be a turning point in their efforts. We'll have to just wait and see about that. And by the way, I need to tell you again, the school did not sanction this event. The school has nothing to do with it. Really, no adults have anything to do with it. These kids say they did it all on their own, and they're out here protesting on the sidewalk, and they've been out here for hours keeping up their energy. So we'll have to see what happens if anybody in Tallahassee or Washington actually hears what they have to say. We're live in Hollywood. Ari Odzer, NBC 6 News.
All right, a lot of people looking for answers. That was Ari Odzer live for us this noon. 12:24 is your time right now, and Ari was out of Hollywood today.
We know a lot of you are looking for ways to help the victims and their families, and some of you might be turning to GoFundMe to do just that. Consumer investigator Lita Machado is here with what you